All right, we're back again. Got some more packages, of course. Gonna have some even more coming too. So, like I always say, when they start stacking up, I gotta get through a bunch of them. Some of them I think are gonna be a bunch of stuff in there. So I'm not real sure, but we'll see. I always forget what they sent me, but I'll remember as I start opening them. Just grab this one off the top. This is from this guy named Kyle in Oregon City, Oregon. Awesome. And again, I think I have a bunch of stuff coming that I was hunting for shows coming up soon. And then, as always, just looking to see what else they have on their Discogs pages and stuff, and find a bunch of other stuff for cheap. So, always stoked about that. So we'll start with the one that I was going for. This is Junior Murvin, Police and Thieves. Police and Thieves. This is definitely a repress, has some bonus tracks and stuff on it. Island Records, of course, so we've got some true reggae music coming from the island. Junior Murvin, awesome. Police and Thieves, title track on that, Police and Thieves, I think is what I was going for. Yeah, this is in super good condition. I like how everyone grades their things very good plus and stuff like that, but they're mint. I think they only call them mint if they've never been opened type of situation, so that's cool. And then this one is Painful by Yo La Tango. I have some Yo La Tango stuff, and I didn't have this one, so I decided to pick it up for like $1. Yeah, no scuffs or anything on that. Case is in really good condition, so I like that. So take some Yo La Tango. And again, I've mentioned this before in a couple other videos that there's tons of Spiritualized, and this is one that I did not have. And Nothing Hurt, kind of cool. It's all written in Morse code, I think, on the back. What's on the back of what's on this album? Probably shelfware or something like that. How it's just kind of at an angle. That works. It's fine. Everything's here. I'm sure. Yeah, cool picture. Sweet. Some Spiritualized add to the collection. Let's get into this one. Nathan Matney from Roseburg, Oregon. Thank you. Again, no one packages their things the same way ever, so it's always a new adventure opening your things. Oh, this one, jeez. Package inside of the package. Oh my gosh. Package inside of the package inside of a package. And I think it's going to be the case for a lot of these where it's just looking to see what else they have and picking up things. I go through all their stuff. The one I was going for here, opened. We got like packages inside of the packages inside of the packages. This is Inika Mose. Here Comes the Hot Stepper. There's a song on here, World of Music, which was sampled by Ziggy Marley, I believe. Welcome to Jam Rock, but this is the original on that. Originally released 1983, so this is a re-release of stuff. I think it's kind of a best of. And it came out in 1995. Here Comes the Hot Stepper. Word 'em Up, Lyrical Gangster, something like that. Or at least that's a sample of that too. Out on Columbia Records. Inika Mose. Some reggae. Yeah, chasing some reggae. I've mentioned it before too, that a lot of reggae. I've had a hard time finding a lot of reggae music, unless I like really know what I'm looking for. Even like a regular record store that I'll go to. I mean, I traveled all the way to San Francisco and went to Amoeba Records and Rasputin's and stuff like this, and I was kind of blown away by the lack of variety in a lot of these record stores for the reggae sections. They probably had a bunch of stuff that I just didn't know what it was, so I'm looking for specific things and that type of stuff. But like any semi-local record stores that I go into, it's just like you know, tons of Bob Marley, and then there's re-releases of Bob Marley, and I mean, Bob Marley is great, and I have some Bob Marley, and I always like listening to Bob Marley. However, how much can you get it all? Like, what's the point? It's the compilations and stuff, so it makes no difference to me. That was when I was going out of that, and then I got a greatest hits, Tears for Fears, Tears Roll Down, it's called, greatest hits 1982 to 1992, and it's got, you know, all of their songs. Shout, you know, Let 'Em All Out, Everyone Wants to Rule the World, Sowing the Seeds of Love type, you know, what those were. Tears for Fears, that was super cheap, so I was into that, and it's just kind of the disc. It's cool, and then like, I don't know what that collage is all about, but Tears for Fears, this is cool for the collection. Everything's in good condition. And then this is a group with Michael Gira, Angels of Light. You know Michael Gira from the Swans, of course. And they pretty much all of their albums are like this, that I've gotten at least. They're this cardboard, the plastic guy, and just various colors, and then the same with the Angels of Light across the top, and then the name of the album across the bottom. Everything is good, Please Come Home. Kind of sweet picture on the background there. Yeah, yeah, M. Gira, 2003. I have a few of Angels of Light albums. A little easier to come by as compared to like different Swans albums, unless you're in San Francisco, of course. I believe, you know, San Francisco band, they had like an entire section of everything that ever came out of the Swans camp, and it was massive, you know, hundreds of different albums and stuff like that. Like, I knew I was looking for a couple of Swans, and I was just like overwhelmed, like looking at all of that stuff. It was out of control. I'm gonna go, I do have a couple here, one smaller, one bigger, and then one with the Fragile on it. Fragile, and you can see this is there must be Fragile, must be a vinyl record in there. What was I even going off of this one? I forget exactly, but what I will do, because I do have a record player to play vinyl records. I was playing some earlier this afternoon, but you know, it just doesn't really work out for my show, and having tons of vinyl, I would need a room this size, and you could barely walk in there if I kept all of these CDs and stuff that I have as vinyl, whatever, and spend tons of money, because it's super trendy, I guess, now to have the vinyl. People are into that, which is cool, you know. It's expensive to make, and it's expensive to buy, and all that stuff. Anyway, I was looking for a CD, which is in here, and then I wanted to see what else they had, and they had like a really small CD collection, but they did have kind of a rare CD that's sitting right on top here. It's kind of awesome the way that they've packaged this in here. Then so I was just like, what do they have for vinyl? And I kind of bought a vinyl record that I've never heard of before, and I'll show you that here in just a second. But the CD that I was going for is Psychedelic Breakfast Bonafide. So this is, I think this is the record they put out. It's 2003. It was put out right before the band changed their name from Psychedelic Breakfast to The Breakfast. I think the Psychedelic part of it was getting them overlooked for some shows or something like that. They're a jam band from New Haven, Connecticut. But they were always super awesome. And this has a bunch of songs that I've seen them play live. It's got a Adrian Tramontano drum solo on here. It says that the drum solo is about 5-minute drum solo. The guy is crazy, and he's like 5 foot tall. Amazing drummer, super cool. There's a song on here called Rufus, which is 19 minutes long. And Rufus is always a cool song to see him play live. So it's kind of chasing some Psychedelic Breakfast stuff for just to have it, because I really like that, you know, jam band from back when I was younger or whatever, and coming across their CDs and stuff, and I was just finally hunt them all down and get them all. Bonafide, this one's gonna be sweet. I have a few of their other ones. I think at least one other one came in the mail recently, so that's cool. And like I said, I was just looking to see what they had in their vinyl, because that was really the only thing I saw from their CDs that they had that I wanted. And this was a picture disc. It has an $11.99 tag on it, but I think I paid maybe $2 for. And it's a picture disc. And this is the record. I guess it's like a pop punk band or something, but they were the Fuck Off and Dies is the name of that group. And who knows? Yeah, I like the back of it. This is kind of funny. Dear Liver. Yeah, there's a sticker here, or like a postcard. It came with it. Oh, like a pseudo postcard. It's like a message to your liver, and on the front it says, "Dear liver, just remember the good times." Yeah. Oh, there's a Bandcamp thing on here. Don't steal my Bandcamp download. It's probably already done. Yeah, Dear Liver. Maybe that's the album name, Dear Liver. But that's kind of cool. So, I mean, to fulfill the order, they wouldn't let me buy the Psychedelic Breakfast because it was too cheap. And I needed to get like another couple bucks in there. So, got a vinyl record for a couple of bucks just to fill it up. I got the LaCroix, of course. Oh yeah. Okay. So this one comes from Get Awesome Records, and I'm gonna open it before I start talking. And then I'll tell you what I think it is. Yeah, is this the one? Okay. Yeah, so the last video I was talking about a guy who I ordered his stuff and it just sat in a status saying that I paid and it wasn't gonna, and it hadn't shipped or anything. And I was just like, hey, you know, following up on my orders at a place, like, what's, we got an update? And he was like, well, read my seller's terms. I'm like, oh gosh. But yeah, I know, I understand. He works during the week and he's got all of his stuff in like in a storage unit somewhere, and the storage unit place is only open during the week. So he doesn't really get a chance to get down there. So he probably takes a bunch of orders and then goes and picks everything all at the same time, and then he's got them or whatever. But that was fine. It was just kind of funny the way that it came out. And he really was one of the only people that had this CD that I'm looking for here. But it's here and it's in good condition. And the guy, you know, no offense to him, but he, you know, he's got a lot of reviews and feedback and stuff, and he's got 100%. And like, people are always like, yeah, this is really good. So yeah, you know, whatever it takes. If you're just a private dude that's like selling from your collection and stuff like this, I totally understand. I mean, I have packages that I've packaged up. They're not CDs, of course. I keep all my CDs, but things that I'm trying to send out to just friends and stuff like this that I I don't know, fear of going to the post office. I really don't know, but can't explain it. So, but I understand this guy. Anyway, I grabbed a couple of things. This is a Brother Ali, The Undisputed Truth, from Rhymesayers. And I mean, everything that comes out of Rhymesayers is super good. And Brother Ali, pretty awesome. I don't have this. I might have one or two other Brother Ali releases, some underground hip hop, of course, from Rhymesayers camp. This looks like a double disc. There's a disc in here. It might be a DVD or something like that. That happens. They used to do that type of thing. This is a 2007 release. I mean, they got their fax number on the back of this guy down here. If you want to send a fax over to Rhymesayers, tell them that you need some Brother Ali. Add that. I do, and I mentioned it before, that I will buy some movie soundtracks. Sometimes it has like skits and, you know, cuts from the movies and stuff like that, and that's cool. Otherwise, it's just the music, which I'm not always crazy about, but it's, you know, I'll get the soundtracks to movies that I like, maybe, just to have them for the sake of having them. This is a Requiem for a Dream soundtrack. It was a crazy movie. It says Clint Mansell, Requiem for a Dream, featuring Kronos Quartet, which, and I think original music composed by Clint Mansell, featuring the Kronos Quartet. So, you know, they did a movie score. It's not just a bunch of like top 40 music that, you know, helps sell a movie, or the movie helps sell a song, or whatever the case is, and a lot of times. So whenever it's a score, that's kind of cool to have. Yeah, and it doesn't even say, it's just got like the credits from the movie and stuff like that on there. And then some pictures across the top. That was a crazy movie that we used to watch, the year 2000. This is in super good condition, probably just been sitting on a shelf since 2000, whenever it was released. Yeah, it's got, yeah, it's like Summer Overture, Party, Coney Island Dreaming, like, so score. And then cool cover of the eyeball there. I'll take that. So I have a bunch of soundtracks in here somewhere. If you're looking, yeah, like all of these up here. Oh, you can't see. Over here, these are all soundtracks. It's like three full shelf things of just soundtracks, various things. Mostly to movies I like or whatever, so that's cool. Anyway, Requiem for a Dream. This is the album I was going for. This is Boards of Canada, the Campfire Head Phase. Surprisingly, Boards of Canada albums are kind of hard to come by. Don't know, who knew? 2005, is that what it says? Yeah, 2005, Warp Records. And this guy had it, and it was cheap. I found that I like to order from things that are going to ship from the United States. It just ends up being easier overall for everything. So Boards of Canada, I'm stoked to have that. I have another one coming too. So I got one more box. This one I don't think I was expecting it today. It's heavy, and it's full. I know I did make a couple of purchases, and the same type of thing. They had tons and tons of albums, and I might have been looking for one, and then I'll search for, maybe they might have something else that I want, or if it just happened to, you know, be looking through, and I'd be like, I'd buy that for $1. And that was, I'm pretty certain, what happened here. And then it just ended up being a bunch of stuff started coming in. And they got this thing all shrink wrapped. Shrink wrapped. So yeah, like they have, this is from a store. Everything is still, oh, they shrink wrap this guy big time. Yeah, they have like stickers and stuff on them from the store. I did not pay $14.99 for this. Hopefully that's kind of not on there too bad, because there's a hype sticker that would be kind of cool to have. This is Dream Warriors and Now the Legacy Begins. It was not $14.99, but that's some hip hop from the early 90s, I believe. Island Records again, which is cool. I can't quite see. Yeah, 1990 it says the release of this, and this is the 1990 when they put it out in 1990. That was the one I was going for from this from this lot originally. It took me to their store, and so sweet. There's some cool stuff on there. Dream Warriors. Gosh, funny that that one was just right on top. Helped my story. Man, there's like 8, 10 more. My goodness. Wow. I'm not joking around. Packing here, how about this? Might damage them just opening it. Didn't damage getting here. Forget where that was from. Arvada, Colorado, outside of Denver. They got a really cool skate park. Okay, gosh. Got half of it open. Of course, gonna find some Miles Davis that I don't have. This is Miles Davis Live Around the World. I think it's kind of a compilation of live stuff. This was released on Warner Brothers Records. And that was after he left Columbia. He was on Columbia for a long time. Miles, he's older. A lot of this is probably like from the 80s or something. In a Silent Way, Mr. Pistorius, Full Nelson, Time After Time. Yes, this was in the 80s, which was pretty sweet. I don't know if this is live stuff. It doesn't really say. Yeah, so it does. Actually 1990, so late 80s, early 90s stuff. And it says for each one of these songs in there, these are all the songs that are on it, and then it kind of like the credits for each song. In a Silent Way, Saturday, December 17th, 1988, second show, New York, New York, Indigo Blues Club, Miles Davis, Kenny Garnett on alto sax, Foley, lead bass, Adam Holzman, keyboards, Joey DeFrancesco on keyboards, Benny Rivetveld, bass, Marilyn Musar, percussion, and Ricky Wellman, drums. So, and that seems like these are the players on a lot of these songs. So it's from, 1988 to 1990-ish in there. And just some live stuff in a Warner Brothers release. It's kind of amazing, the live recordings that they were able to do over the years. And like I've said before, if I find Miles that I don't have, I'm going to get it, and cheap. So this, more of just nostalgia or something like that too. And this was one of the first cassette tapes I had when I was a kid. Billy Idol, Vital Idol. And that's the type of thing you can find from Goodwill and stuff like that. But this is in really good condition. It's a re-release. It's a 1980, 1982, 84, 86, 85, 86, 87. Vital Idol. I think that might have been a compilation of some sort. But, yeah, like I had this on cassette when I was a kid and listened to crap out of it. So, pick it up for $1. Super good condition. Oh, I did buy that. That's so funny. The Bela Fleck and the Flecktones is the Hidden Land. I have a bunch of Bela Fleck and the Flecktones. Victor Wooten and his brother, Future Man, are always super cool. And Bela Fleck, of course. Didn't have this one. The hype sticker on here says, a new musical landscape. The Revolutionary Quartet charts new territory through their unique and adventurous blend of jazz, bluegrass, funk and world music on 13 explosive tracks. Yeah, Bela Fleck and the Flecktones, Hidden Land. I don't know if you could ever get all of the Bela, because he's got tons of stuff and whatever, but whenever I find his stuff cheap, I end up buying it. So that's cool. Another one from when I was a youngster. This is like one of the first CDs I ever bought, in a long box, and didn't really know, you know, go into the record store when I was like 10 or 11 years old or something like that, and someone had told me that Ozzy Osbourne was super cool, and so I was like, oh, I'll figure out some Ozzy Osbourne, and this was the new album at the time, No More Tears, and I didn't know anything on this at all, and it's 1991, so that was probably whenever I got it. Yeah, so however old I was in 1991, and I was like, yeah, get that as one of my first CDs ever. If not, I think I bought 2 CDs that day, and this was one of them, just because. And so I don't know if it's still floating around just as a disc somewhere from back then, but I mean, for $1, just for the nostalgia's sake, I'll buy that. Cool. I've mentioned this before too. I don't have all of the Prince in the world, and there's tons and tons of it to get, so I'll pick up the ones that I don't have, especially whenever they're cheap and supposedly in good condition. This one seems to be in great condition. This is Prince, Love Sexy, and that's probably pretty bold for the time. Put yourself in the buff, 1988, in this cool pink jewel case, which I assume is original. I mean, if I was Prince in 1988, I would put my album out on a purple jewel case too. Yeah, I don't have this one, and it was maybe a couple of bucks, and in really good condition. So, and it's just kind of a plain disc, which, yeah, it's super clean on there. I don't know. And someone gave me the idea that I should do an entire Prince show on the radio, which would work out coming up. But if I go through every album that I have, I don't think I'm in, P's over there on that one. Over there. Over here somewhere. There's P down here. I got getting more and more, and get a song off each one or whatever. That might be fun in the future. I won't be able to rebroadcast it on YouTube because they don't like me playing Prince, and that's fine. I get it. Radio doesn't care. Listeners would appreciate it. Seems the listeners like the Prince. Me too. Oh, and again, these are just some funny things. Like, you can tell just what I've opened up so far. It's all so random whenever they have this much music. Where do you even start? So this is kind of sweet. String Cheese Incident, SCI, Untying the Knot. Kind of a cool front on there. And it's in this guy. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's like the same artist that did that Tool album. 2003. What's on this? Maybe one of you guys knows one of those is your favorite String Cheese Incident songs. I don't know. I've seen String Cheese a few times. It's always fun. Their percussion section is awesome. I almost bought one of their CDs the other day, but as quickly as it was available, it was gone, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to pay $50 for a single CD. So I kind of slept on it, and then I couldn't buy it the next day. Anyway, that's Iyoto. So if anyone knows Iyoto, they got an Iyoto CD lying around that they want to send me for less than $50. Let's do it. I'm stoked. yeah, but you know, just finding things that are cheap and that I would add to the collection. I do have some string cheese. I did not have that one. I mentioned this before, the last time that I opened a album from this band that I, you know, listened to them for a while and I have a few of their CDs, and I'm going to see them play in Vegas in a couple weeks. And I think it's just laws of attraction that, you know, that it's on my radar, and now I'm finding like all of their albums for cheap. So I'm just like, well, okay, I'll pick it up. But that's Widespread Panic. This is Space Wrangler. It says 1988, 1992. I don't know exactly when, but this has some of the songs that I know, that I've listened to over the years, and then I think their live versions of those are the ones that people are like really about. But okay, the reflection in here is kind of off, but there's the names of the songs. But like Porch Song is on here, and Coconut, and you know, those types of things. Space Wrangler, and there's the guys. I mean, $1, $2, I'll pick them up. And then another one, another Widespread, Every Day. I didn't have that one. Diner is on this one. I know that's a song that's usually pretty big hit from them. People like that. What year does this one say? 1993. What was the last one? Yeah, 92, 93. They've been around. It's only 2 left. I've said this before too, because I have opened some of this, but it's Mike Doughty, Sad Man, Happy Man, some of his single stuff, and Andrew Scrap Livingston playing the cello, 2009, and that's his buddy. Still tours with him to the day, and he, you know, this guy is full of music and has put out a bunch of singles stuff, solo record stuff, and I mean, when I think I have it all, I find another one. So that's another laws of attraction, finding more Mike Doughty. Soul Coughing, people remember that. I got, just because it's right here, this was the book of Drugs by Mike Doughty. Story about him getting sober and stuff, and we saw him live and he signed, that's his signature at the bottom of that. Cool book. I read it a couple of times, and you know, stories of going, you know, being in Soul Coughing and before Soul Coughing and getting sober and that type of stuff. That's sweet. Let's see if I can get it back on the shelf. Might have to wait. Okay, one more. And again, like I've said, you know, just looking to see what they've got. And this is a group called Austrian Death Machine. Total Brutal. Like a kind of Arnold Schwarzenegger looking guy, Terminator. And I think from what I've heard of this, it's a lot of like Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes and like this brutal like metal type thing, which is just super hilarious. Austrian Death Machine. Total Brutal. Let's see if I can just get the disc on there. They got a song on here, Get to the Choppa. That's awesome. 2008, Metal Blade Records. I mean, it's like super cheesy, but hilarious at the same time. So I'll, you know, I'd buy that type of thing for $1, and like yeah, with his microphone and stuff. Yeah, Get to the Choppa. Sweet. So that's it for that. One vinyl record. Curse words on there. I mean, how can you do? That's call your name like vulgarities, and call the name of your band that. All right. So 1 vinyl record and 21 discs. Good thing I did the unboxing today because there's more coming. If you remember all of the ones. So that's pretty cool. Stoked to add those to the collection. Still building some shows and stuff. And like I've said before, you know, this video is kind of long, probably one of the longer ones that I've done at this point. So it will be on the YouTube. Probably if you've gotten this far through the video, it's probably on the YouTube because it's not going to be on an Instagram post because it ends up being too long. But yeah, it's fun, you know. Send me some suggestions and stuff, Instagram or the YouTube, you know, like and subscribe type of thing, because I appreciate that big time. And you know, radiosunnyside.org on Fridays, 6 p.m. Arizona time. Most Fridays I'm gonna be off for a few as well, like doing some traveling and stuff, and then play my rebroadcast. And I'm also, you know, take those recordings whenever I make them, doing a live show at the studio, and I'll you know, put them on the YouTube as well, for everybody to check out, and they can do the thing. I have a little bit of merch left too. You can hit me up on the Instagram and stuff, and maybe get you some merch. Weather will change soon enough here in Flagstaff, and I'll feel the need to make like board shorts and bikinis or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, otherwise that's it for now, and we'll probably do another one in the next week or so. We'll see as stuff shows up. I know I still have a bunch of stuff coming, so it'll be awesome. Very good. Talk to you then.